Welcome everybody once again to Intense TV. I am your host this week, Dustin Alberti. And as you can tell, it's AIW Summer Vacation, which can only mean one thing. We are on the road to Absolution. Next stop on the road to Absolution, May 25th, Gauntlet for the Gold. Special guest, Kurt Angle. Unbelievable opportunity. And if you didn't see the little thing we stuck in on you, the return of the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, to AIW. But the main event of Gauntlet for the Gold, the championship match of Gauntlet for the Gold, who will be champion going to Absolution? We had to go back to May 2nd, Lakewood, Ohio, Mercury Music Lounge, Cibernetico de Mayo Trace. Now, as a special event for you guys, we have decided to give you a small sampling of what happened at Cibernetico de Mayo. A look at the actual Cibernetico match. Team Barkley versus Team Taylor. One sole survivor, winner of that match, gets the absolute championship shot at Gauntlet for the Gold. So hey, take a look at it.
Experience the most intense wrestling in the United States. Featuring the intense icon, Josh Bishop, the Bone Collector, Dominic Guarini, the director, Derek Dillinger, and more of the top names on the scene today. You won't find harder-hitting professional wrestling anywhere else. For more information and upcoming shows, visit AIWrestling.com. Follow AIW on social media at AI Wrestling.
From the Mercury Music Lounge in Lakewood, Ohio, The Exchange proudly presents to you your absolute intense wrestling, Cibernetico de Mayo Trace main event of the evening. It will be the 8-on-8 Cibernetico match. Now in this contest, the match will begin as an 8-on-8 tag team contest. Tags are not necessary in this matchup. When a combatant leaves the ring, a partner may enter the matchup. Teammates must stay in order in which they compete. Think of it like a batting order. They cannot enter the contest out of order. Elimination occurs via pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countout. Once one team has been completely eliminated, any remaining combatants on the victorious team must then compete against each other until one man survives and is victorious. The winner will receive an AIW Absolute title matchup at Gauntlet for the Gold on May 24th. Are you ready?
Right away, our referee crew getting some work and trying to keep these teams separated. Even Pedro down in there. Folks, if you are not familiar, if you've never seen a Cibernetico before, it is a match with no parallel in professional wrestling. It is the most unique match in professional wrestling.
I know.
Might have to stand up.
The action's starting hot, I think. Zay Garcia in there with Marino Tenaglia. Big shoulder block out of Zay Garcia.
Running right through. Leapfrog by Marino Tenaglia as Zay shoves him into the ropes, hits the ropes behind Marino. Shoulder block runs right through him, as I started to explain earlier. Concept of the Cibernetico. A matchup unlike any other in professional wrestling. You'll notice each team lined up, only one member of each team up on the ring apron at a time. It is because it is a strict lineup, it is a strict order that you have to follow. You're only able to enter in that order.
Short cutter, Zay Garcia looking to make a quick elimination here. Almost.
Marino is out. And you must stay in that order. The matchup, though, while we have two teams of 8, will only have one victor. If an entire team is eliminated, as we saw last year in our second edition, it came down to teammates Shaw Mason and Sam Holloway. They did battle. We already know one half Gauntlet for the Gold of the Absolute title matchup. Isaiah Broner will defend his Absolute title that he retained tonight against whoever comes out victorious in the Cibernetico. Here, Destiny. unique strategy that I'm just now noticing. Team Barkley has 2 tag teams on it. And in the past, when you've seen tag teams in a Cibernetico together, they tended to line them up together so you might be able to work together. Team Barkley has actually split both of their tag teams.
That's Wes Barkley is 2 steps ahead. This way, if it gets late in the rounds and those 2 tag teams are still available and those people between them get eliminated, Wes Barkley has the advantage.
Lucha rules say once a person rolls to the outside of the ring, their partner is tagged into the matchup.
Tyler Jordan is rolling right now on Zay Garcia. Zay Garcia is still the first person in there from Team Taylor.
Tyler Jordan's so confident he actually had him in the corner where his partner Sidney Von England was. Sid can do nothing now. Sid looking to break up the submission.
Sid.
Now on the other side. Break
now
it down here.
Chaos.
It has just turned on into an absolute brawl.
Chaos.
I said these referees had the task in front of him.
Very unenviable.
Meanwhile, at this point, Zay Garcia has hit the floor.
Oh, Dominic Guarini stealing Wadsworth's headset.
I don't know if you know this, Wadsworth, but Malcolm Cambridge is getting the shit kicked out of him here by Team Taylor. Eric, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, Dom, to be honest with you, kind of popping a chubby right now because we're going to win the Cibernetico.
Team Taylor's going to win the Cibernetico. You heard it from yeah. Zay said whatever he said.
These
Smart
guys
to
do
disagree
realize
with your captain.
Well, yeah, but if he wins the Cibernetico, it means they don't.
He's saying Team Taylor's going to win.
Well, there is Malcolm Cambridge getting back the opportunity he needed, that inverted DDT.
2 absolute units.
Shaw Mason just begging for the tag. He wants a piece of his fellow AIW Academy graduate.
And Dominic Guarini getting right to the top, right to the apron, start talking to Shaw Mason.
Shaw Mason rolls Austin James. Shaw high crotch, double leg takedown.
Austin James coming in for a clothesline.
Duck under. Look for the slam.
Out. Here comes Chuck.
Oh, Chuck just runs clean through. Shaw Mason and Kaplan cannot wait to get in there and get a piece of Chuck Stone.
The only Chuck the Truck that I respect is Chuck Stone.
Kaplan stepping in. Shaw Mason hasn't even made it to the floor yet. Now he does. Chuck Stone was willing to concede it, though. Kaplan just throwing blows. Kaplan and Chuck Stone just throwing bombs at each other. Neither man backing off.
This can go on forever.
Attempt. Both of them just throwing those clotheslines. Neither man backing down one bit.
That's what I'm talking about, Wadsworth.
Kaplan gets the better of a knife-edge chop on Chuck Stone. Chuck, the headbutt right back on his own. Kaplan hits the crossbody out of Kaplan, drops Chuck Stone. Chuck Stone retreats to the corner. Kaplan, though, stays on top of him as a boot across the throat. Kaplan, the last member of the order for Team Barkley. You see Marino Tenaglia back up on the ring apron on the other side. The Duke bringing up the bottom of the order for Team Taylor.
That's chaos just going on in the corner,
Kaplan
both sides.
Charging in, cannonball senton in the corner on Chuck Stone. Team Taylor desperately begging to get back into this. Senton.
Chuck getting out of there. Unfortunately, finds himself in the corner again. Here comes Kaplan.
Oh, this time
finds a
nobody
buckle.
there on the cannonball. Now cinching up, looking for a small package. Marino's got Duke down. Duke almost the first one eliminated. As he finally got in the ring, Marino getting up, fireman's carry position. Duke out the back door. Sends Marino in, catches Marino diving off. Duke driver. Duke driver. Duke driver on Marino. There's the cover, 2, 3.
There goes Marino.
Marino Tenaglia has been eliminated.
And right now he has got him ground against that rope. Dr. Dan taking his spot on the ring apron. Tyler Jordan trying to fight back into this. Sidney Von England backs into the ropes. Tyler Jordan with the reversal. Jordan drops down and shades of Josh Prohibition the way he rolls through, but instead of that single leg crab, takes on that
submission. Sidney Von England holding on. Grab
I know, Sidney Von England submitting.
Taps.
Sidney Von England has been eliminated.
And just like that, Team Barkley takes the advantage, and that is how quick things can swing in the Cibernetico.
Dr. Dan. Eric Taylor.
Taylor tried to suplex Malcolm Cambridge. Malcolm fighting his way out and spikes Eric Taylor.
Eric Taylor kind of wasting his time talking some smack to Wes Barkley, trying to get a Wes Barkley's head. Meanwhile, kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off of Malcolm Cambridge. Cambridge
looking for a package pile driver. Eric, though, fights his way free, sends Malcolm in, elevates him into a flatliner. Now lines it up, hits a stomp. Eric Taylor with the cover, two. Cambridge is gone.
Eric Taylor.
Malcolm Cambridge has been eliminated.
Eliminated Malcolm Cambridge. Calvin G. Lewis does not look happy about that.
That brings Austin James in as the legal man. Austin James just drops Philly out of the ring, and we once again see former classmates at the AIW Academy in Shawn Mason and Austin James.
Austin James cross-facing him in the corner, grinding into Shaw, chopping Shaw down.
I said earlier, Shawn Mason, the runner-up in last year's Cibernetico de Mayo, was the team captain. Ended up losing to his own teammate, Sam Holloway that night.
That's Shawn Mason's MO, losing. That's what he does. He loses. He's a loser.
Right now, Austin James taking some shots to the back of the head, forearm shots. Shawn Mason sent into the ropes, up and over, lands on the feet, picks the ankle, goes right to the ankle lock on Austin James.
Come on, Slugger, get to the ropes.
Instead, he counters
Shawn
through,
Mason out of the ring.
But in doing so, introduces Kaplan to the matchup. This crowd letting Austin James know what a bad mistake
More than Nathan
he
Segura.
made.
I can't say that. Son of a bitch.
Kaplan into the ring, just raining left hands down. He's got Austin James in the corner. Kaplan backing off, charging in, clothesline on Austin James in the corner.
Kaplan.
One more time, head of steam. Austin James out of the way, slides his way back around, European uppercut in the corner.
Coming across the ring
far
again.
Kaplan with the lariat out of the corner.
Kaplan, that's how you.
Kaplan with the lariat, hook into the leg. Austin James is
Kaplan with the end of man's life. Chuck Stone right in though. And here comes Dominic Arini.
While they were arguing amongst themselves, Dr. Dan used that opportunity to get out and make the tag.
Dominic Arini gonna teach Tyler Jordan what wrestling's really about.
Forearm shot from Tyler Jordan. Knife edge chop coming the other way from Dom. Tyler Jordan fires back with one of his own.
Here we go. Dominic Arini.
Arini throwing a knife edge chop. Tyler Jordan in front of him.
I don't know how smart it is for Tyler Jordan to keep doing this back and forth. Dominic Arini's done this with the best of them. Tyler Jordan's used to just beating up an old man like Josh Prohibition.
Forearm shot. I'm going to tell Josh you said that.
You better not tell him anything. He's not going to be around after this month. We're fine.
But you still got to see him in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Meanwhile, these two
just
points to the elbows right to the jaws.
Neither one of them moving an inch.
Good on
and
Tyler Jordan.
Jordan gets the better of it.
That kid's showing some heart.
Kick by Arini. Jordan springboard. Superman
Dom doesn't
punch.
go down because Dom is better than that.
Ducks the clothesline attempt. German suplex from Dom. Tyler Jordan,
Tyler Jordan
rolls
right
to
up.
his feet. Ducks the clothesline drop step. German suplex.
Dominic Arini back up.
Double clothesline,
lines.
both men down. Was almost eliminated by Tyler Jordan. Tyler Jordan looking for that drunken driver. Dom just elevates him, backdrop. Spinning back fist on point, but Tyler Jordan eats it, hits the kick. Dom comes off the ropes with the clothesline.
I think Dom killed him.
Dom just turned Tyler Jordan inside out, cover, hook to the leg, 2 down, Jordan
Only a
stays
2
alive.
count. Only a 2 count. Tyler Jordan, you should have stayed down, because now Dominic Garini's angry.
Dominic Garini showing frustration. Of course, these teams at that 5-on-5 point. They
Dominic
started
Garini
at 8-on-8. We have lost 6 of the 16 competitors.
looking to end Tyler Jordan. Tyler Jordan slips underneath. Snapdragon.
Snapdragon.
Dom set up.
Lined up,
Super kick.
Right on point through the jaw of Dominic Garini. Now perhaps looking for that frog
Jordan
splash.
Going to the top.
Looks for the
Dom
frog
out
splash.
of the way.
Well ready for it, rolls clear. Drop kick in
Drop
the
kick.
corner.
Tyler Jordan nowhere to go. Oh,
Knife edge chop. Setting
There
up,
it
looking
is.
for the muscle buster. Gets Jordan out. Muscle buster.
that's all she wrote, Wadsworth.
Makes the cover, hook of the leg on Jordan, 2 and 3.
Good night, Tyler Jordan.
Meanwhile, Shawn Mason.
Shawn Mason in
Shawn
there.
Mason caught him from behind.
Philly Collins
Dominic
left the
Garini
ring.
has been eliminated.
Shawn Mason from
just
behind.
eliminated Dominic Garini, but Garini
Dominic
takes
Garini.
one last parting shot to Shawn Mason.
Made sure he let him know.
Transitioned up onto that shoulder.
Trying to get him
Calvin
up.
J. Lewis trying to fight with all he can. Dr. Dan gets him up though. Lawn dart into the turnbuckle. Dan pulling him back out of the corner before
Calvin
he
J.
can
Lewis
roll
is
to the
out
floor.
cold.
Sitting down all the way, hooks the leg, and just like that, it is
Calvin
4
J. Lewis
on
has
2.
been eliminated.
In comes Philly. Philly coming in hot.
Shots to the midsection on
The only
Dr.
way
Dan.
Philly knows how to come in.
Shoulder to the midsection. Philly hits the ropes. Dan out of the way. Dr. Dan eats a spinning leg lariat.
Philly Collins
From
on a roll
Philly.
right now.
Philly looking to elevate Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan, though, manages to leverage his way through it. Philly rolls to his feet. He is caught by Dan. Dan has got Philly up in position.
He's got him stretched out.
Makes the tag to Eric. And now looking for some teamwork. Teamwork between Eric Taylor and Dr.
That
Dan.
was cheating, yeah. They all cheated.
Eric Taylor, the legal man.
Eric Taylor.
Eric Taylor trying to tell Dr. Dan that he... And now some argument between Eric Taylor and Dr. Dan.
Taylor. How to do it.
Now, Derek, wait a second.
One,
Philly Collins
two.
caught Eric Taylor. Philly Collins rolled Eric Taylor up.
Eric Taylor's
Taylor has been
own hubris got in his way.
Eric Taylor blaming Dr. Dan for his elimination. Dr. Dan still in the ring illegally at this point. He needs to get to the outside.
Chuck Stone. Got Philly.
Cannonball senton in the corner on Philly.
Eric Taylor, your team can still win.
Cover, 2, 3, and there goes Philly. And it is Wes Barkley 1 on 3.
eliminated.
Out. Wes, though, out on 1. And this is where it gets unique strategy-wise. As Team Taylor's 3 representatives are in a 3-on-1 situation. But remember, should Wes get eliminated, it will then become a battle of Team Taylor. They will battle in the order that they're in. So should Chuck Stone eliminate Wes Barkley right here, it'll be Chuck Stone and the Duke with Dr. Dan on the outside waiting to be tagged in.
That's a heck of a team.
Now the
The
team,
brains of Dr. Dan, the brains of the Duke, and the brawn of Chuck.
there's the tag, and now that situation switches, obviously. Duke, should he eliminate Wes Barkley, would be Duke and Dr. Dan with Chuck Stone watching on. Wes Barkley has got to find a miracle at this point if he is going to move on to Gauntlet for the Golden Challenge for that absolute title held by Isaiah Broder. Duke Duke charging in hard with the clothesline.
Like a brick shit house.
Now cinching down.
Gonna make Wes Barkley humble.
Looking to attack that back. Of course, Wes Barkley has a history of issues with that back. This crowd rallying behind Barkley, working back to his feet, but Duke goes to the eyes.
And in comes Dr. Dan. Very smart, make the tag.
Charged in, shot to the midsection there by Dr. Dan. Dan driving into Barkley. Now elevating the foot, just choking Wes Barkley in the corner. And that's the thing, obviously we talked about the situation for Team Taylor. Wes Barkley, obviously in a much different place. Wes Barkley has got to defeat 3 people to win the Cibernetico. Meanwhile, members of Team Taylor can sit back in the end. In order to win, they only have to defeat 1 person.
Well, that's...
But, oh, the stroke.
Oh, no.
No, Dr. Dan out.
Beat.
Dr. Dan looking around, trying to find a position that he finds favorable. I think he was looking for where he had the most room.
Dr. Dan going to the
top rope.
What are we doing, Dr. Dan?
Now stepping up, second rope, up to the top. Dr. Dan.
What are we doing?
Dr. Dan getting position up top. Dr. Dan looking for a twisting splash. Wes is out of the way as Dan took too long. And now there's the stroke. Wes Barkley has Dan down, cover, hooking the leg, 2 and 3. And Wes Barkley has just eliminated 1 of the 3 that he's got to go through.
Rockingham has been eliminated.
Dr. Dan missing Twisted Bliss.
We are down to Chuck Stone and the Duke representing Team Taylor. Wes Barkley representing Team Barkley.
Wes Barkley looking worse for wear right now. Dropping headbutt out of Chuck Stone. Wes Barkley going to the outside. Unfortunately, his team is gone. He can go to the outside, but there's nobody coming in on his behalf.
No, he is. If he goes to the floor, he's simply got to return to the ring in that situation.
Wes Barkley
Shoulder
trying out of that
blocks
corner.
in the midsection by Chuck Stone.
Chuck Stone just trapping him in the corner like that.
Chuck winding up. Right hand, he drops Wes Barkley, makes the cover too. And we almost came down to Chuck Stone and the Duke. And that is exactly what the Duke wants. You have to figure 2 members, well, the brainchild of Cassius King and the affiliate member of Cassius King and Chuck Stone.
I wouldn't necessarily call Duke a child, brain or not. Duke's at least 74 years old.
There's Chuck Stone dragging to the corner, makes the tag, brings the Duke in. And it'll be interesting
Wes
to
Barkley
see
in the corner.
just where this goes. If it does come down to those 2, are they going to do battle? Knowing the Duke, as long as I have to think that he has a plan in place. There is already a well thought out strategy and a well discussed strategy on just what the plan is if it comes down to the Duke and Chuck Stone.
It depends who is discussing it. You know the Duke, he could be a little dastardly here. Never really know. Could turn his back on Chuck Stone. That absolute title means way more to him than anything else.
Duke sends Wes in. Double chop. And now just taunting this crowd that just seconds ago was chanting for Wes Barkley.
Duke picking Wes up. Sends him off the ropes.
Looking for the clothesline. Wes just jumping through it.
Nope.
But the Duke spinning into the sleeper.
Duke tightening it up.
And I mentioned before that
Wes
Duke,
Barkley's body starting to droop a little bit.
Duke, one of the only people to have been in all 3 Ciberneticos. In fact, all 3 of our remaining members have been in all 3 Ciberneticos. Duke has been in this exact position So in the first Cibernetico, it was Dominic Guarini on one side and Derek Dillinger and the Duke on the other side. And Dillinger and the Duke began to have some infighting, knowing that it might come down to them. You gotta think Duke is looking to get back to a position of an absolute title shot at Gauntlet for the gold, but there he brings in Chuck Stone.
Very smart. Get out of there, bring in the fresh man. Wes Barkley fighting back with everything he's got.
Winding up now.
This crowd bringing the energy to Wes Barkley.
Ducks the right hand, hits the Enzugiri, sends Chuck reeling into the corner, charging and clothesline in the corner.
This crowd's giving Wes Barkley a second win.
Charles Van
He's running through
checking on
things.
Chuck Stone. Oh, Chuck
Charles
Stone just
Van.
pulled Charles Van in. Charles Van
Chuck
holding in
Stone.
the corner now. Jake Clemens, Mike Romo over to check on the fellow referee.
Chuck Stone knocks himself out a little bit with that headbutt.
But
Duke slides him.
Duke slides the golden boot to
The
Chuck
golden
Stone.
boot. That's solid gold boot.
While these referees are distracted, we've seen it so many times. Wes Barkley working his way to his feet.
Referee's checking on
fans-
Charles Van.
Fans trying to warn him, but Wes Barkley
Saw
just
it coming.
caught Chuck Stone low. Barkley caught Chuck Stone low, and Duke just shoved Chuck Stone aside.
Pushing Chuck Stone out of the way.
Shoved Chuck Stone aside.
One,
There's Barkley
two,
with the cover. Charles
three.
Van. The Duke's been eliminated.
The Duke feeling the effects of that boot.
Been eliminated.
And we are down to Wes Barkley and Chuck Stone. One of these two men will go on to Gauntlet for the gold to challenge the problem Isaiah Broner for the absolute title. But Chuck Stone trying to use that Fonzie belt underneath, out of the
Wes
way.
Barkley.
Chuck Stone has got Barkley up and
Barkley
over.
slips it.
Looks to hit the stroke.
Looking for the
Barkley's got
stroke.
it lined up. No,
Lariat.
Clothesline by Stone.
Stone.
Now Stone cinching in that Cobra clutch.
Wes
Wes
is out
Barkley
cold.
is out. Barkley
Chuck
is
Stone.
out.
Has been eliminated. Here
Chuck
is
Stone.
your winner of Cibernetico. And going on to the main event and an AIW Absolute Championship match at Gauntlet for the Gold, the affiliate, Chuck Stone.
And Chuck Stone, a former challenger for the AIW Absolute title, has just punched his ticket and a rematch with the problem Isaiah Broner at the Gauntlet for the gold. But now Duke, Stone, and Taylor continuing an assault on Wes Barkley.
Chuck Stone standing tall, sole survivor of Team Taylor. Eric Taylor, happy for his friend, happy for his team.
But one person, well, I was going to say who isn't happy, but honestly,
I bet you he's
probably
smiling.
couldn't even care less about
Doesn't
who
care
came
who
out of
it
this
is.
matchup.
Isaiah Broner without a worry.
And there you see the absolute title matchup that is coming in 3 weeks at Temple Live. The problem, Isaiah Broner, and the affiliate, Chuck Stone, will go one-on-one for Broner's absolute title.